Exeunt, a prayer of St. G. Scene 1. All players leave the stage. Exeunt the firsts, Adam and Eve. In great disorder of the primal establishments, the physicals flow against emotions, ideas against wisdoms, good versus the inherency of evil. For all was of balance, so that if there were a war to death among these, yet there was resurrection and ascension. This saying, all things return to God their Maker. It was to be a history toward reliance, for how shall we know to love and to trust whom we have not challenged? What woeful thing that they should leave the garden. Even Satan was born to the garden, so that potentials of evil lurked, this for his pride. Then came there innocently Adam, who was observed, judged weak, and thus confronted. The garden was left behind, to Adam, to Eve, to Satan. All went to another place, there to war differences, which were total abnegation of the host of evil, never again to rise up. But of Adam, which bore a body of the image of the Son of God, as Satan did not, there was to be trial and failure, but toward the lifting up of his totality, body and soul, to live the life of God. And since the errors of man displaced him, justice cried that a man be his salvation in the war against the forces of the devil. And so was God incarnate come to us to be our Redeemer, to pay our penalty, to be the light and the way back to you. The history of all these things is so alien to the puny mind of man, it is disbelieved. Rather had we devised stratagems from what we perceive of the world, absent mystery. That is, not mysterious superstitions, but the inconceivable life of God. And none could come there to your life, else he be brought to it. So unwilling and unable are we who lost the garden, have angst against the Lord, thus to recriminate your perfections. What a long, hard journey is undertaken for this controversy, a period of 13,000 years, though we are in the finish of it. Exeunt. Scene 2. Now from those which left the garden, progeny were born to their own devices of humanity, absent a true knowledge of the Lord. For in the world nothing of invisibility could bring harm. Where was this God? I see kings and peasants, animals, birds, and fish. All walk about the earth, or fly, or swim its seas. But of the Lord he is not even a voice. And does he have an ear? I shall distract him from his goodness. We are made to recount the persons of this stage, though elsewhere they are recounted. We are unable to recount the persons of this stage. Enoch, Methuselah, Abraham, and Jacob, Moses, David the King, Daniel, Isaiah, Jesus. Thereafter was none important, only he. And of his life none could tell fully, yet we know enough, a sufficiency of knowledge breeding wisdom, bringing faith. But none comes to us of our humanity. These are of the other world, which our spirit weakly imagines. There is yet a garden, the garden of the Lord. In it you placed the children of God and their antagonists, many only lukewarm to any considerations or judgments. But there is a judge, and you know all things, decreed all things, and marshaled their eventuality. Even so your omnipotence shall have made all things occur. You manifested your attributes in human history, thus to bring proper glory to your person. Now of the three persons of God we have not spoken, but shall. Of you we know very little, only what is revealed. And if we ourselves had made the earth and all its people, Would we lay bare ourselves to their insufficiencies? We move to close the second scene, though there is much to tell, sufficient to recount that yet to be known are miracles, and above all them, the death, resurrection, and ascension of the Son of God. If we know these, we shall be saved. Exeunt Scene 2.